Hello and welcome back to Studio Session. I'm Katherine and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Getting started with today's report. For reading, I've been reading code nonstop for my computer science class. We've had to start our create task, which is part of the AP exam, and I've been reading so much of the same code because my app is not working and it's getting really annoying. So hopefully today I can figure that out. For eating, I think I've just been eating a lot of new foods recently. I'd still consider myself a fairly picky eater, but I used to be so bad and constantly eat the exact same foods. So I'm proud of myself for branching out with foods recently. For playing, I listened to the new Don Toliver single that Lucas mentioned on the last podcast, and it was fine. It samples Tame Impala, so that was cool. It's definitely made for TikTok or social media. I don't know. It was fine. I don't understand the hype Lucas gave it, but it was solid. For obsessing, I have found the meaning of your dreams so interesting. 'Cause recently I've been having the weirdest, most vivid dreams, and I wake up and I'm like, what? So I've been really interested in looking up the meanings of different dreams. It's really cool. For recommending, I recommend that you go through your camera roll and delete old screenshots. It's crazy how much storage random screenshots are taking up. I screenshot so many things, whether it be a wallpaper I want to put on my phone or a product I want to buy. So just clearing out old ones could save you a lot of phone storage. And for treating, I've just been treating myself to things I enjoy. So if I have downtime, maybe I'll read a book or just do something relaxing. That's it for today's report, and let's jump into our main segment. I'm joined with Lucas for our main segment, and today's album review is 21 by Adele. Apple Music calls it a pop album. I think it's probably pop, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'd call it a really pop album, but pop, I guess. And it was released in 2011. So something that I like that Adele does is she names her albums after the age she was when, I don't know if it's either when she releases them or when she wrote it. So I'm assuming she was 21 when she wrote this one. So that's kind of cool. Okay, my favorite song on the album was the opener, Rolling in the Deep. This is just an iconic song. I'm not surprised that it ended up being my favorite. Like I said, it is the opener, and I just think it's a great one. You can scream sing it. Everyone knows this song, everyone loves it. It's an emotional kind of ballady type song. I love the layered vocals kind of towards the end where it's you're gonna wish you never had met me, but then she's also singing different lyrics on top of it. I don't know, I thought it sounded really cool. Just an amazing overall song, and it had to be my favorite. So Rolling in the Deep was my favorite on this album.
So yeah, I also picked Rolling in the Deep as my most favorite. Great way to lead off the album. Who doesn't love a good lead-off hitter? I really agree with the point about you can yell it, you can just sing it too. It doesn't matter. It's pretty flexible. I have a anecdote at this year's homecoming. I have a buddy who was pretty stagnant the whole night, and then this song came on. And in the most unexpected turn of events, he turned into Michael Jackson and just sang this bar for bar with the most passion I've ever seen. So I'm going to say that Rolling in the Deep is my most favorite for that reason.
Okay, my second favorite on this album, another one of the more popular ones, I picked Someone Like You. I think this song just really shows Adele's musical talent. It's kind of about a heartbreak, but she still supports the ex-lover, which I thought was kind of sweet. It's pure, it's raw, it's emotional. It's just an incredible song. Honestly, I'm kind of at a lack of words to describe it. It's so good. This was almost my favorite song. The only reason I picked Rolling in the Deep over it was just because I thought Rolling in the Deep was more fun to sing along, a little more upbeat. Different vibes, definitely, but Someone Like You is my second favorite, and I adore the song.
For my second most favorite, I picked Turning Tables. I really like the instrumentals on this song. There was a nice little piano there. And per usual, as we've grown accustomed to with Adele, there was a great chorus as well. And I just feel like it really harmonized in this one and was worthy of a 10 out of 10 for me. So I'm going to say Turning Tables is my second most favorite.
My least favorite song on this album was Take It All. This song kind of had a sadder tune like a couple of the other ones, but of those kind of more sullen ones, I just found it the most boring of the bunch. I don't know. I felt like it was a little less, it kind of had less raw emotion than some of the others. It was still a good song, but I I don't know, it just wasn't a standout. Definitely, yeah, like the most boring of the kind of sadder songs, like I said. So Take It All was my least favorite.
So a common theme I feel like we have with these good albums is we get to them and then it's the least favorite. And it's like, okay, this is gonna be really tough. This one might be the toughest because again, I don't really think there's like a truly bad song or one I can point to. I'm like, okay, that was just bad. But I think again, I agree with Catherine. I Take It All down. Still great. The piano was good. The vocals were good. But I just feel like it's just the most lackluster on this album at least, and think it's worthy of my least favorite. Although I don't hate it.
So before my underrated pick, I just wanted to give some honorable mentions. Honestly, obviously to Rumor Has It, great song, iconic. Set Fire to the Rain, also great. I liked I'll Be Waiting too. But my underrated pick, I gave it to Don't You Remember. I thought this kind of had the same vibe as a song like Someone Like You, which I like. It's emotional, it's passionate. I especially I like how she says fickle heart and a bitterness. I just like the way she says fickle. I don't know. It was very satisfying to me. So Don't You Remember was my underrated pick.
For my underrated pick, I picked I'll Be Waiting. I really like this track. It was definitely more soulful, shades of some of the other soulful artists we've listened to. The piano was great, as similar with a lot of my other picks. I really liked the work with the drums. There was some subtle crashes and hitting the rim. And the top, I forgot what it's called, but just a lot of good background on this song. And obviously, emotionally charged as always. So I'm going to say I'll Be Waiting is my underrated pick for this album.
For the album as a whole, I gave this album a 7.75 out of 10, which I know is kind of weird. I just thought it wasn't quite an 8, but definitely better than a 7.5. So I noted that some songs kind of like sounded similar, but I mean, I didn't hate that. I just thought it was something to note. Adele has really good, like almost like belting, if that's like the right word. I don't know. She's a very emotional singer, which I love. She has so many great songs. I think I prefer her album 25, which is the one that came after this. I think that one has probably more songs I enjoy just a little more, but this was definitely a really good album.
So yeah, I like what Catherine said about the 7.75. I did give it that bump and give it an 8. But just that theory of they sound a lot alike some of the songs. I have the same problem with Taylor Swift. I feel like there's a lot of her songs kind of on those bigger albums sound alike. And I know it's trying to fit a theme, but there comes a point where it's like, okay, this is like the exact same song. I didn't really see that with Adele to the same degree, but I just feel like this album, although there was songs that were like really good, I'm not looking at any point in the album where I'm like, okay, that was a sustained period where there was like 3 songs that were all really good. If you want to say Rolling in the Deep, Rumor Has It, Turning Tables is that, then fine. But to make an analogy, when you're in the NBA, you got 3 guys, and you got to win a championship. Can Rolling in the Deep, Rumor Has It, and Turning Tables win you a championship? I don't think so. And those are 3 of the best tracks in the album. So I think an 8 is a fair rating for this project.
That was it for our album review, and let's jump into our next segment. Okay, so for today's game kind of segment, I'm going to be quizzing Lucas on, is it a Taylor Swift song or a Bath & Body Works scent? Now, this is actually, I think, going to be kind of tricky. There are some that I think could definitely kind of go either way. So let's just jump right in and see how he does. Okay, my first one is 1,000 Wishes.
I feel like personally, someone in my family has had possession of this scent, so I'm gonna say Bath & Body Works product.
That is correct. Okay, Into the Night.
I'm gonna go with Taylor Swift song. I feel like it's got that aura to it.
What album would you say this is on?
Enchanted.
Enchanted is not an album.
Oh.
Saying,
excuse me. Speak now.
Yeah, but you're wrong. This is a Bath & Body Works scent.
Oh.
Okay, the next one is Haunted Nights.
I'm gonna say that this is. I'm gonna say Taylor Swift, but for album, I'm gonna say Evermore.
Okay, this one was tricky because Taylor Swift does have a song called Haunted, which is also on Speak Now, but this is a Bath & Body Works scent. Okay, the next one is Mad About You.
This has to be, I know I'm 0 for 2, but this has to be a Taylor Swift song. There's no way that Bath & Body Works has a fragrance called Mad About You.
They do. This is a Bath & Body Works scent. I don't think you've gotten a single one right. Oh, no, you got 1,000 Wishes. Okay, Starlight.
All right, well, I might as well just stick to my gut and say that this is a Taylor Swift song. I think we're due, but I'm trying to think of what album this would be on. I'm going to go with Taylor Swift.
This is Taylor Swift, and this is on Red. Okay, the next one is Peace.
I think this is a Taylor Swift song because I feel like with Bath & Body Works, all their fragrances are not like that simple.
That is correct. Okay, the next one is You're the One.
I'm going to go with Taylor Swift again. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be awkward if a soap was talking to me like that.
Well, you might have to have a word with the soap because this is a Bath & Body Works scent. Okay, the next one is Forever Winter.
I'm gonna say that this is a Taylor Swift song, maybe like a antithesis to Cruel Summer. So I'm gonna say that it's on. Let me think. I'm gonna go with Folklore.
This is a Taylor Swift song. It's actually on Red, which is kind of surprising. I feel like this song title would fit into more of like an Evermore folklore kind of vibe. All right, the next one is Chasing Fireflies.
This is. I'm really torn because this feels like a Speak Now song to me, but I'm Chasing Fireflies. I'm not quite certain, so I'm gonna say it's a Taylor Swift song.
This is a Bath & Body Works scent. All right, and the final one I have is Afterglow.
I'm just gonna keep firing and say that this is another Taylor Swift song.
That is correct. Afterglow is on Lover. Okay, did this surprise you? Because I think you got maybe 2 or 3 right out of a very long list.
3 correct, I'll take it, honestly. It was more difficult than I thought. I guess I don't have the reach on Taylor's discography, which I'm especially concerned because I have listened to Red Taylor's version, I think twice. And the fact that I've never even heard of those songs, so that was a little troubling.
This is definitely a fun game, and let's jump into our final segment of today. All right, so on our next episode, we are going to be reviewing Doo-Wops and Hooligans by Bruno Mars, and this is an album that I actually really love. There are just so many songs that I grew up with, and I'm just really excited to give this one another listen. And Lucas is going to cover some upcoming album releases for the weekend.
All right, y'all know that I didn't want to have to do it, but I have to do it. Yeezy's season is approaching. Tomorrow, February 9th, Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign are supposed to be dropping Vultures Volume 1. So let's see if it comes out. And Usher is also dropping. And you guys might know that Usher is doing the Super Bowl halftime show. So, Katherine, I'm wondering who your pick for the Super Bowl is.
You're going to hate me. Who is going against the Chiefs?
The 49ers.
I'm going to go with... Okay, I have no idea anything about football. I'm going to go with the Chiefs only because I feel like I know more about them. Yes, it's only because of Taylor Swift, and I'm not ashamed.
Hopefully, the 49ers win and this fairy tale comes to an end. I'm tired of this NFL season. My Packers were eliminated a couple weeks ago, but I'm just hoping, as an innocent bystander, I'm just hoping for a good game.
All right, that's it for today's episode. We'll definitely do a little recap on the halftime show on our next episode. I'm excited to give that a watch. And we'll see you next time. Bye.